Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 4, and today we're going to be talking about the Thinker. We haven't talked about him for a very long time since he was cast, so we're going to be going over all the info that I have regarding the Thinker, who's going to be the main big bad of Season 4 of The Flash, and this has been confirmed by the actors and also the showrunners. So hopefully you do go on to enjoy the video. If we could reach 150 likes, that would be awesome. Thank you for all the support recently. Also remember to enter the giveaway by leaving a like, comment, and also subscribe if you're new on this video, and also go to my Twitter and follow it and retweet for an extra entry. So that's for the Bruce Wayne San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Funko Pop. So that goes on till the 28th, so you have 9 more days to enter. So today we're going to be talking about the Thinker and all the information that I have gathered together, and do one whole big video about the Thinker coming to The Flash Season 4, because it's a very big deal. We haven't actually had a main villain that's not been a speedster on the Flash TV show. So we've had Reverse Flash, we've had Zoom, and we also had Savitar. So I'm a really big fan of the speedster villains, but I do look forward to the Thinker, even though I'm not too familiar with his character in the comics, so I'm not sure what to expect, but I'm totally open to having the Thinker being the main big bad. Hopefully he's really good, hopefully they don't do an Arrow Season 4, and hopefully it all works out very well. So we're going to be going through all of this information that I have regarding the Thinker right now. So the Thinker will appear most likely during episode 6 of season 4, or episode 5 at the end, or sometime around then, as the actor who will be playing the Thinker, Neil Sandilands, was actually seen in Vancouver whilst episode 6 was actually shooting. So it could be the end of episode 5, it could be the start of episode 7, but it's most likely episode 6 if I were to take a guess. So don't expect him to come on so early onto the TV show and be introduced straight away like Prometheus say, because Prometheus was at the end of Arrow episode 1 of season 5. Don't expect an early reveal, but I'll talk more about how I think he might be introduced very early on, even earlier than episode 6 later on in this video. So this is a quote from one of the showrunners at Comic-Con. This is what he said about the Thinker. "We've reimagined the Thinker in a way that he can interact with speedsters and Devoe and Joe. He has a way of being involved and not being involved at the same time, so that's about as much as I can explain." So that is what was said about the Thinker and how he's going to be different from the comics. So I've got a theory regarding this. So I do think he's going to be introduced in episode 6, but I think the way he's going to be actually introduced to our characters earlier, he's going to be obviously trying to get the Flash. Maybe he's the one trying to get to Barry like they've done in the comics. The Thinker controls Barry. Barry sacrifices himself. He's like, control me instead, I'm really smart. So I think that could be one way, but one way I think that they're going to try and get to Barry, one way the Thinker's going to try and get the Flash, is by using the weekly villains. So I do think that the weekly villains are actually under the influence of the Thinker. This would make a lot of sense, as the Samuroid actually wants the Flash alive. He doesn't want to kill him or anything. He doesn't even want to injure him. Basically all he wants is the Flash, and it would make sense if the Thinker was the one pulling the strings behind and he was the one that actually wants the Flash, because in the comics the Thinker does actually try and control the Flash. So I think that would be a big motivation. And if he does have these mind control powers, what's to say he doesn't use them to control other people to get to his main target? So this year, The Flash Season 4, the basic synopsis of the season and the villain is actually the fastest man alive versus the fastest mind alive. So this is like the quote line that they're going on for this season to get people hyped up, because basically Barry's going to have to use his mind to defeat the Thinker, maybe use the cerebral inhibitor that they talked about in season 3, but I doubt it's going to be the same, because that's just a bit simple, because Savitar actually told us about that. But basically he's going to have to use his mind to beat the Thinker, rather than try and get faster and faster like all the other seasons, because obviously he's had speedster villains that were faster than him and he had to outthink them, but in the way of using his speed. But this time he's going to have to use his mind, and Team Flash are going to be helping him to try and do this. So I really do look forward to how they actually try and defeat the Thinker, as the Thinker in the comics, he is a tech enhanced villain. He uses a thinking cap to help him essentially mind control people. So in the TV show, apparently he's going to be a metahuman. I'm pretty sure I heard something about that somewhere around the internet. And if he is a metahuman, he's most likely very smart already. But if he does get powers due to the particle accelerator explosion, it would make a lot of sense if he does have the mind control abilities, rather than him just being like super smart and him just being able to mind control people because he's so smart. So it would make sense, because most of the villains on the Flash TV show are affected by the particle accelerator explosion. So that's probably most likely what's going to happen. And in the comics, the Thinker is actually a district attorney, and he failed as that and he turned into a villain. So that was one of the reasons why he actually became the Thinker, because he wanted to use his brain power to do bad things and gain control practically. So that is basically all we know about the Thinker as of now. That's all the information I've gathered. But if you guys do know any more information, please be sure to let me know in the comments below, or message me on Twitter if you got more information regarding the Thinker, because I do really look forward to this season, and I think it's going to be very different, and it's going to be essentially a soft reboot for the show. So I do really look forward to it, and hopefully the Thinker does turn out to be a really good villain, and hopefully Neil Sandilands is a good actor for the Thinker role. So anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please do remember to enter the giveaway and also subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like Shari T.